What's up, my people? How are we doing tonight? This is episode whatever of the Rex X Gray Area, just the daily live that I do. And honestly, I wasn't even going to hop on here today. I was just going to eat my sandwich and probably play Fortnite and do a little bit of computer work and then go to sleep. But we did the Alex Jones X Gray Area thing today. We kind of did it, right? We were supposed to come on in the third hour, at the beginning of the third hour. Tommy Robinson was there today, so he took up a lot of that time, and then my dad had to interview him after or got interviewed by him in the other studio. So me and Tim held it down for the 4th hour. It was a good 4th hour. I got told it was a lot of self-promotion, but hey, what am I supposed to do, right? Look, I'm just trying to make this whole thing work. I'm trying to make sure people know about my shows, know about our shows, know about the gray area, and everything else we got working on, and everything we got everything else we got going on. Okay, so I'm a slow starter, but you know me, I always warm up. So I'm sitting in my car after getting done filming that with my dad and with Tim, and I'm scrolling on Twitter and I see this video. And at the first, I don't know what's going on in the video. I just see a guy in a uniform being like dragged out a door. But after I rewatched it a couple of times or a few times, I realized what was going on. It was a man, it was a Marine dressed in uniform that was there to be a objector to protest and use his First Amendment right. And they broke his arm, 3 lemmings, and then a Navy SEAL who was hungry for the blood or whatever and wanted to show that he was tough, broke the dude's arm and dragged him out. The guy didn't do anything illegal. Guy wasn't being aggressive. They initiated aggression on him. We're gonna play numerous videos of it. We're gonna go over it here today. I may be joined by Harrison, I may not. He's got family stuff going on, but he talked to me about it. He might wanna do it. So, welcome to the show tonight. Let me see what we got going on in the chat. My boy Clyde was with him, was with the guy protesting. What's his name? Brian? Forgive me, I have it pulled up here. I think it is Brian. Well, I'm gonna verify. Yeah, it is Brian. If that's true, we need to do a stream together, Anthony, soon, and we need to get him on and do the interview because it's a very powerful video. Yeah, it really pisses me off too, man. It's not right. It's not okay, and it's emblematic of what's going on in America right now. You got a veteran getting his bones smashed by a senator who is working for Netanyahu. Like he's like, I'm gonna break your arm for Netanyahu. I'm gonna do it for Bibi, my boss. That's literally what happens. Like he's hungry for the blood. He wants to prove that he's tough. He wants to prove that he's on the correct team. That guy's received $657,000 plus and more from APAC. So we're gonna get into it all tonight. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the stream. Waiting for a few more people to get in here. We're going to be covering the incident with the Marine protester with Brian and how he got his arm broken, was abused by the rabid congressman with the weird last name or senator with the weird last name. Thank you for being here tonight, guys. Yeah, please do hit him up, Anthony. We'll make that happen. That'll be really good. 100%. How are millions of people not, or how are there not millions of people out there protesting? I think it's been a big psyop, man. I think that No Kings thing was a giant psyop. Nothing wrong with old people, boomers waving the American flag, asking for the president to honor the Constitution. Nothing wrong with that, but a lot of people got convinced that that was part of the Podesta plan and all that. And I don't believe that for a second. I think it was quite the opposite. But we'll talk about it all tonight. I'm a little bit squad wiped. I'm a little bit fatigued, but we always make sure to do these streams. Keep in mind, I work a full time job. Like I'm a business owner. I got employees. If you want to support me, you can get phenomenal supplements at many of my stores, including 50percentoff.com, jonescbd.com, really high quality sleep blend there as well, shroomforce.com, goprimalcore.com. So check out any of those stores if you're interested. Got to pay rent. You got to pay for the electricity for the studio. Got to keep doing the show. So I appreciate everyone that supports the show. Our country has been hijacked. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's just there's no other explanation for it. Like this is an occupation. This is an illegal occupation of our country by a foreign government. We're going to get into that tonight. It's heavy, but you know what? Oh, you use the Jones CBD. That's really cool. That's really cool. Which one do you have? You got Dreamwave? Do you have Ultra Green, or do you have Ultra Chill? Very, very cool. I want to get more people reviewing the products. And here's the thing. And I don't want to plug too much, but everything I sell is priced extremely affordable. I do what's called budget premium. That's what I like to nickname it. You will not see something that I sell that costs more than a nice meal, and that's a promise. For one, not for two or three. Like I If you're going to DoorDash, you can DoorDash. If you want to spend $30, you can spend $30 getting a sleep supplement. Plenty of people buy melatonin for more than that. And this is not just melatonin. This is about 8 different things. Got everything you need in there. Magnesium, L-theanine, GABA, chamomile, hops, flower, lemon balm, all of it. Valerian root, I believe. All three. Damn, dude. Awesome. The chill is my favorite, though. Yeah, the ultra chill is really cool. So, like, ashwagandha is an awesome ingredient to use in a lot of different formulas. But that formula, it's got 200 milligrams of ashwagandha, really high quality tincture form of it. Then it's got the full spectrum CBD combined with the CBG, the other cannabinoid. And then it's got the theobromine in it, which is kind of a like jitter free, longer lasting, but milder version of caffeine. It's a cacao flavonoid. So, very, very cool. Yeah, what's up, bro? What's up? We're gonna be live here for probably an hour, hour and a half. I say a brief selection, but I'll go ahead and show you guys my screen. I've got all of these to get through with you guys tonight. A lot of them revolve around the Marine that was just abused. Whoa. Oh, I've got all of these to show you guys tonight. A lot of them revolve around the Marine that was just abused, of course. But we've got war news. We've got, just more clips of our politicians being hypocritical and evil and maniacal, really would be the right word. And just some more history about what's really going on during this entire situation. It really pisses me off to see this guy get treated like this. Really makes me mad. Alice, how are you doing? Welcome to the show tonight. Glad that you're with us here. I'm glad every single one of y'all are here. And if you want to repost the stream, please repost the stream. We're going to be here. We're going to get into it all. Just the main topic of the stream, again, is the Marine that was abused when he was trying to protest, right? And they attacked him and they broke his arm. We're going to get into that. But we've got to stay up to date with the news and what's going on in the Iran-America-Israel war, because, of course, it's a war. It's an illegal war that President Trump started at the beck and call of Bibi Netanyahu. So this is not good, right? This is not good for anyone. Does this look like it's under control? Does this look like it's under control to you? You think they got this all figured out? You think it's going to end in 2 weeks like they said at first, or 4 weeks? 2 weeks to stop the spread, just like COVID. This is going to be a year-plus long conflict. And everyone on the internet putting on the nerd glasses and making the nerd face and pushing up the glasses and going, actually, according to statistics, America will achieve total air superiority in 14.9 days. And let's see how that works out, pimp. And I'm not rooting for it. I don't want death. I don't want destruction. But ultimately, Iran is at war with the empire. So take what you will from that. And this is pretty extreme stuff. Fifth soldier just announced dead. I thought the number was 7. Maybe I'm wrong about that. I thought it was 6 confirmed. Maybe it is 5. BB is going to get backed into a corner and lob a nuke. Highly possible. We played the clip of Jonathan Pollard yesterday talking about that. For everyone saying that it's not real, that they don't have them, or that they wouldn't use them. They've threatened to use them during the Yom Kippur War. And we played that clip yesterday on the show. You can go rewatch that. I brought up the Marine in that argument, and they all just said he FAFO. How do people defend this? Yeah, it's a sick psychosis. It's TDS. It's Trump derangement syndrome. And Trump derangement syndrome goes both ways. That's what's going on here. And like, it's a real psyop. It's real crazy. You got to keep in mind, a lot of people are under 100 IQ. And like, you got to remember, like, just because something's an average, like 98 or 102 or 100 or whatever, there's a lot of people that are really dumb. And they have jobs and they have smartphones and they have money. A lot of the time they have money. And they have really, really scary political opinions. And they represent, probably about 25 to 50% of the Democrat and Republican Party base. And the smart people really don't vote. That's the truth. Yeah. He fucked around. He found out, boy. I sit in the chair. I let Israel pound my wife. I say FAFO. I said fucked around and found out. I mean, come on, man. It's sick. It's beyond anything at this point. It's all a sick joke. But this is what's going on right now. Yeah, too mainstream minded, of course. This is what's going on. Does this look like it's under control? This looks like it's under control to you. Now, I'm showing you videos of Israel. Of course, Tehran is also completely on fire, decimated. The city is ablaze. The entire Levant is burning. All of our military bases, of course, they've destroyed billions of dollars of our infrastructure in the Middle East. So this is what's going on right now. And this is in the mind, no matter how much they try to distract from it or hide it from the American public, this is in the mind of the American public. The American public knows that this is going on. They know that our money is being sent to prolong this and to start it, really to kick this whole thing off. Our money is being used to bomb. And they know that our politicians will continue to do this ad infinitum. We are all aware that this is not going to stop, right? And unless Iran capitulates and rolls over and then Israel does Greater Israel Project, right? Like that's what this is about. This is a clash of civilizations. Yeah. Israel can pound my wife anytime they want. Let me tell you that baby Netanyahu's real man. It's just it's so sick, and we're gonna get into the worship of it. I just the thing is, I haven't even pulled up anything yet. I know I can just go to Eric Doherty or Nick Swordor's feed, and it's literally carbon copy, copy and paste. Like they're getting it from somewhere. Take a sip of water. But yeah, this is what we got going on. Ain't that fun? Our government helped Israel start an illegal war of aggression. I'm going to play the clips where they say that too later on in the stream. So welcome to the show tonight. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the table. I am the captain of the table. I am the captain. Okay. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get this next thing pulled up. We'll get into meat and potatoes now. Thank you for being here, all 157 of you. I love you. Thank you for being here tonight. Let's get into the news. Let's find out more about this guy, Brian McGillis. So we got a video of him before the whole thing starts. We got a video of him in uniform, I believe, outside of the Senate. And that's the thing. The betrayal is so fundamental and so deep. The fact that the American government has sold out the American people really for the past like 60 to 70 years on this issue and many other issues, but mainly the endless war and specifically the endless war in the Middle East, all to protect that state. That's what it's always been about. Our stated mission, 7 countries in 5 years, Wesley Clark, early 2000s. You have to remember this. We do not want secular democracies or dictatorships, for that matter, in the Middle East. We cannot abide it. We cannot abide a multicultural society that is strong in the sense that it is not top down controlled by some sort of ISIS or Al Qaeda dictator like Syria is now. So you can look at Saddam Hussein. You can go, Saddam Hussein's evil, he's bad, whatever. Did pulling him out make things any better? Well, it made things better for Israel. Now they basically just use Iraq for whatever they need, for whatever purposes they need, as does the United States of America. It worked out for them, but did it work out for us? I believe we spent $6 trillion. It's either 3 or 6 trillion. The total for Iraq and Afghanistan is $9 trillion. Now, think about what $9 trillion spent over the past 20 years could have done to help you and your family. Think about healthcare. Think about free roads. Think about no taxes, less taxes, whatever the fuck you want to say. And the fact that we've been abused and raped to this degree by this foreign government, and then we have to come out and it's like a battered spouse having to prove to the court that like that you've been abused and you've been hurt. And they're like, we see you covered in bruises. We see you destroyed and fucked up. Nothing happened to you. You got video Israel doing this to you? Israel's like, no, we destroyed the cell phone. You don't have video of you don't have video of us doing this to you. We paid off politicians. We broke the cell phone. You got no proof. You got no proof. You got no agency over your government. And my analogy that I'm trying to make, right? So it's like we have to prove this somehow when we know it. We're broke. We're broke. The country's fucked up. Everyone's angry. Everyone hates each other now across racial and sexual and gender lines and all of it. And we sit in this situation that this parasitic country has created. And then you got this guy who's a decorated veteran who's going there to speak out about it. And I just want to view his profile really quick. And people are saying, because this is like a liberal kind of guy, a lefty kind of guy, that like, I thought he was all right until I checked out his page. I realized he said free Palestine. You don't say free Palestine? You don't want an end to the occupation and genocide? You don't see those people as kind of like us? There's something wrong with you. Veteran firefighter, Green Party candidate for U.S. Senate. As Marine service has always been my mission. Now I'm running for North Carolina Senate to serve, continue serving the people of North Carolina. This campaign is powered by you, not corporations. We got the video of him. We're going to watch this. Let's learn more about this guy. No audio. What do you mean no audio? It's not sharing? Oh, okay. I know what the problem is. It's not a big deal. We'll fix it. It's not a big deal. We'll fix it. And StreamYard just has so many problems. And I have people that want to switch for me. I'm busy, so I forget to message people. And then I play Fortnite, which I really shouldn't do. Anyway, a little confession there. Let me go ahead and fix this little audio goodie. The tech demons, as Owen calls them, the tech demons are active. Tech demons are active tonight. Yeah, I got to share system audio. Select here. Yeah, all right, we're gonna fix it now. And it was captioned too, so I'm just gonna play it out.
Way for the country that you are so, and for the administration you're so down with. All right, do that, or you do it yourself. Get your old ass in there and fight, like I did, and see what you think about it all. Go put your life on the line for Israel. Go put your life on the line for Trump. Go do it.
And I think that's a totally rational message. That guy's right to be angry. He's right to be upset about the current situation. He's right to be angry about what's going on. I hope to interview this guy. We're going to get, you know what? Anthony's got the connect. I don't want to limit myself. I don't want to shoot myself in the foot here. We're going to get the interview. We're going to make it happen. I'm going to interview Brian McGinnis here on the show. And we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about his service. We're going to talk about the abuse he suffered at the hands of our evil Zionist government. Unbelievable. Yeah, no one wants to fight for Israel. Ain't that the truth? He's an absolute patriot. We're going to go ahead and watch the video now. This is the full video. A lot of these clips are just like, 10 seconds long or 30 seconds long, and they're trying to make it a thing like, Navy SEAL guy's tough. He's a real man. You don't mess with Navy SEAL. You don't mess with him when he's trying to violate your rights as an American citizen. You shut up and take it. You're a bitch for Israel. It's literally like that's the demon that resides inside of every MAGA boomer's head now. So we're gonna go ahead and play it out. I probably will pause it. You guys know me. I'm a little bit sneaky with that. I do like to interrupt, but we do need to watch the video. Turn up the system audio. You muted your mic too. All right. I'm gonna flip the table over. I'm muted right now. Are you serious? Okay, I have to believe I'm not muted. Like I have to mute myself when I play a clip because of the echo problem. Okay, I'm gonna play it. All right, good. I'm not muted. Excellent. All right, I'm gonna play the video now.
Israel is the reason for this war. America does not want to fight this war for Israel.
Let's go. Come on, let's go.
America does not want to send its sons and daughters to war for Israel. Your inability to name that shows your exemptness as leaders. This is wrong. And nobody wants to fight for Israel.
Okay, so he's deliberately not being violent, not being aggressive, just trying to stand in place, trying to make it hard for them to move him. All right, he's not lashing out. He's not threatening anybody. He's not slamming his limbs into anybody. This is going to be very key because we're going to watch the propagandists on Twitter try to spout lies about this dude and say that he did things that he didn't do. This is absolutely within his rights. They can remove you. That's fine. They can remove you. They can't treat you like this. And they immediately, we've seen plenty of times protests in Congress and in the halls of the Senate. I mean, my dad and other people have been parts of things like that, right? If they're going to remove you, they're going to remove you. They don't do it like this. They jumped on this guy. If anything else they'll tolerate for a little while, you do not criticize Israel. You do not do it. It is not allowed at all. And we're about to see the Navy SEAL guy come in. He's hungry for the blood. He's hungry to prove himself to his master Bibi. Hungry to take that arm for Netanyahu. He's like, I got that arm for you, Mr. Prime Minister. I shattered that Marine's arm for you, sir. Good boy. I give you another 100,000 from APAC. Does that work? Does that help your campaign? Yes, sir. But even more than that, I'm just happy to serve foreign government. I'm proud of it. I'm proud of my service as a SEAL. I'm a SEAL. And I'm not making fun of anybody's special forces. No, they'd kill me. I know a lot of those guys are really cool guys. I'm a goober, but this guy's worse than a goober. This guy's a fucking neocon traitor to the country. Okay. So I here as a goober civilian, guess what? Military is supposed to work for me, right? And all of us as Americans. So it doesn't put you in some high, unimpeachable position, right? Because you become a senator and then you're able to attack someone that's actually, a decorated combat veteran themselves who's protesting for a moral and righteous cause. You see that, you're like, I'm going to use my credibility for Israel. Oh, yeah, I serve Israel. That's who these people are, man. They're absolute scum. They're filth. All of us are better than people that serve a foreign nation. Okay. And like, you gotta be proud of that. If you're an American and you want to serve America and you don't want to serve a foreign government over in the Middle East that's been responsible for the deaths of tens of thousands of Americans, been responsible for the deaths of millions of people in that region that they reside in, like a tick feeding off the blood of the earth. Okay. If you're not like that, if you saw the videos in Gaza and you were like, I have to be against this, I can't support it, then congratulations, you're a human being. And if you didn't, well, you're a neocon. And I thought that we were clear on how we felt about those people. Trump won 2 elections dunking on those people, supposedly. Of course, it's all a lie. Play the rest of it.
A reminder to all our Commandant, please stand up as a Marine and stand up for America. No one wants to fight for Israel.
Sir, thank you for your service.
The senator broke his hand. The senator broke his hand.
Please help him.
Senator,
He's a Marine. Somebody come help him.
control your Senate committee.
Look at you guys. You're robots.
Look at that fleet of empty suits. They just sit there and watch. They just sit there and watch, and they're scared. They're scared about keeping their jobs. They know the best move in this situation is to just stay quiet. Is to just stay quiet and hope nobody notices them or no one notices their name or no one thinks about this in the next election. They're all complicit, Democrat and Republican. We do not subscribe to any parties here at all. We completely reject them. All of these people have to be primaried with radical candidates and they have to be gotten rid of through the political process. Okay? We got to get all these people out of office immediately. All right. As soon as we're able to do it, we need massive protests in the street. We need every single person, every one of these people's districts or states or wherever they're at. We need them to demand their resignations immediately. Not just for this, but for the whole thing. For the whole thing they're complicit in. They just vetoed the war powers thing. They're letting Trump do more of his shit. And you know who the main guy was behind that? Chucky Schumer. So it's 2 wings on the same bird. It's all the same shit. It's all the same shit. Look at these scum. Trash, filth, and garbage. Look at this guy. Look at this absolute waste of oxygen. Look at all of them just sitting there. What do? They make the country worse year over year. They steal more money for themselves. They bet on the stock market. They send more Americans to die. They buy more missiles. They buy more drones. They buy more tanks. Fuck them. A dog catcher, a carny is more noble than any one of these people. Any one of them. They are all filth.
You won't even look back. Look at you guys. You're like robots. Oh my God, what is happening? And you're not even looking back. Any of you 4-star generals. Oh my God, what is happening right now?
Yeah, I'm a DoorDash driver and I'm better than them. Yeah, you're far nobler than them, man. You deliver people food when they need it. You help people. You make people's lives better. These people have never done that. They've done the exact opposite, actually, of what you do. They take food away from people. So, yeah, you are much better than them. And everyone's better. We're all human beings, okay? We all have equal value. We're all created by God. but your value and the service you give to the world in your profession, they could never hope to do one thousandth of the usefulness that you provide to the world. So absolutely, they're completely parasitic. They contribute absolutely nothing. They don't have a real job. They're empty suits, man. It's disgusting.
Now, eyes front, robots. Shame. Shame. Oh my God, you guys.
All right, and I have a really hard time with women's voices when they're upset. It really fucks me up. But sometimes you do need that. Sometimes you do need a girl to talk like this because like this is it is like it's like walking into a room and there's a million dead bodies, and these guys are all responsible for it. They're covered in blood. So like that kind of response is 100% warranted, even though it is a little hard for me to listen to. I'm just being honest with you. I've always had a hard time with that.
Everybody
What did I just see? I'm getting out of here.
That's fine. Everybody sit down,
Oh
please.
my God, what is
That's all.
this?
Okay. No, it's not.
Oh my God. Oh my God, you guys.
Can you open it up a little bit just to like change the gap? Hey guys, clear the hallways.
Out.
Clear the hallways. Clear the hallways. Please. Clear the hallways.
And see, he's there. Sorry, I know it's echoing. This guy's here to control a situation. This is the good cop. And like he's kind of nice about it. Like, we're gonna get him medical attention. We're gonna get him medical attention. This guy's as bad as any of them. Okay, he's a part of the system. He's part of the machine. Yeah, I mean that's true. Got to be shocked from seeing her friend get his arm broken in real time. Like I said, it's a warranted reaction. And I absolutely love women. And I think that she's being very valuable providing that service because it's hard for a guy to elicit a kind of emotional response from people that are going to watch this video. Just be like, fat folk, he fucked around, found out. That's what happens when you stand up against America and all that. But you can't say that to a girl. Because everyone knows women are nicer and women are sweeter than guys. And then we automatically feel bad for her because of the situation. And it's a tone thing too. It's just an evolutionary thing. It hurts to listen to, but in a good way.
Always, please.
Can you help him, please?
Yes, yes. Tell the police is going there. Please through the hallways.
Oh my God, what happened? His hand got totally smashed. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Why are you getting arrested?
Palestine, from the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli, Palestine will be free.
We're genociding them. We're paying for it. We love it. How dare you say free Palestine, boy? We're going to break your other arm. We're about 10 years away from that, maybe 5. If these people got their way, if the American public truly believed in the neocon ultra-Zionist message, real close to that, guys. Yeah, good evening. Good to see you on the stream, Wes. Yeah, we're covering this. We're covering the horrific abuse of the Marine at the hands of the 3 lemmings and, of course, the bloodthirsty Navy SEAL that joined in, took his arm for Netanyahu. I'm going to take that arm for BB, boy. BB needs his bone quota. He didn't kill enough Americans last week. He's pretty upset about it. We got to take your arm and add it to the bone pile. Bones for the bone god, Netanyahu.
Let's fight for Israel!
Sir, thank you for your service.
The senator broke his hand! The senator broke his hand!
Ramadan, help him, please. Help him.
Senator
Ramadan. He's a Marine. Somebody come help him.
You know what? I'm starting the petition tonight. We need to get 1 million signatures. This senator, I'll pull up his name here in a second, that this monster, this bastard, he must resign. He must resign. Bare minimum, he must lose his next election, never hold public office again. It symbolizes everything. A veteran, a Marine comes in uniform to peacefully protest and to make his voice heard about the illegal occupation and war that our government has been drawn into on behalf of another state. And they break his arm for it. They drag him out for it. And that bloodthirsty Navy SEAL, he can't help it. He loves the blood. He loves the blood and he has to have it. And he's got to prove to his master, Bibi Netanyahu, that he's worth more than $647,000. Because, of course, that's the amount of money he's received so far. It's an encapsulation of everything wrong with our situation right now. Everything wrong with our situation can be found here. And look at, and this is probably the most powerful part of the video. We got all these congresspeople, senators, paralegals, associates. We got all these people sitting here, all these folks sitting here. Not one of them will raise their voice or even look up. They know the smartest move here is stay quiet and keep their job. We need people that are passionate about saving the country, not people that are passionate about keeping their fucking job. Okay? These people are bastards. If you think about getting a job in Congress or getting a job in the Senate or just getting a job in the government in general, and your motivation is to get a paycheck and to get power instead of helping people, you are absolute filth. It's called being a public servant. These people are public oppressors. It's unbelievable. Yeah, that's a good point, T. Blatt, and I think that's accurate as well. Indeed. Another black soul with a big fancy house. Absolutely true, Alice. So $641,337. That's how much that broken arm is worth. That's Netanyahu's price for taking an American limb. That's the price to buy Tim Shealy, this scum. I will start the petition tonight before I go to bed, and I expect all of you to sign it, okay? Because this is very important. And I'll get bigger accounts like Harrison to repost it. Maybe my dad, definitely my dad, and other people. We need this guy's resignation immediately. We really, really do. You don't get to treat Americans like this. You don't get to break American arms for Bibi Netanyahu. He took his arm for Netanyahu. That was the goal of breaking his arm. It was to make Bibi and his associates happy. I took that arm for you, Bibi. I ripped it off for you, sir. Can I please have another $250,000 for my campaign, please? Get them out of our fucking government. I don't care if you're Navy SEAL. I don't care if you can beat me up, whatever. Whatever, bro, whatever. You're a fucking public servant. You work for me. You work for all of us. So it's about time you listen to us and listen to what your real bosses have to say, okay? Because I don't care how badass you are. There's tens of millions of people that are getting real fed up with this shit. So you need to resign in disgrace and never hold public office again. And, just go have like a Labrador retriever and live in a shack. And won't that be nice? I think that's the ideal life for every single one of the people that has disgraced themselves, like an Eric Doherty or a Nick Swardor or any one of these people that's posting Iran war propaganda or just supporting, even worse, supporting it in government. Just go get a dog, go get a shack, and never show up again. That's the bare minimum of what we expect for punishment for this. This betrayal for another country, for a foreign government that's involved in genocide actively involved in genocide, actively involved in the act of killing of an ethnic group in a ethno-supremacist mission to eliminate Amalek, a biblical genocide they've declared on the Palestinian people. And I've seen so many people go, well, I don't know about this Brian guy. This Brian guy said free Palestine. Muslims are real bad. I'm not a liberal. It's like, Miga, are you in the 6th grade? Did you drink paint? Or do you have lead poisoning? What's going on with your brain? How does this propaganda work on you? How does it work? Because it ain't working on any of us, right? We've all been propagandized. We've all been lied to. This is out there open in our face. He took his arm for Israel. I'd say it again. He takes his arm, rips it off for Bibi Netanyahu. And they're posting about how tough it is. You know what? Getting a little distracted here. I have a bunch of stuff I want to show you guys. I need to just go to Eric Doherty's feed on X because it's everything I'm talking about right now. It's everything I'm talking about right now. And he follows me, which is like, what the fuck? I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't get it, bro. You're on the wrong side of history. Okay. All right, I'm gonna take a sip of water. It's so unbearable. It's just more and more of this garbage. Yeah. I'm really worried about the Trump administration oppressing people in the same way that the Biden administration oppressed people that were upset about how their kids are being treated at school. I'm really worried about that. I'm really worried about them labeling everyone a domestic extremist that engages in protest. Because here's the thing. Talking is one thing, but when you begin to organize, you begin to create problems. And they don't like that. They don't like peaceful protest. It's a very bad thing because it changes the hearts and minds of people. They really don't like strikes. And that's what it will really take. There needs to be a general strike in this country. Then we will see change. I think that coupled with a radical candidate winning a primary, what I mean by radical is a base candidate, a candidate that's against this shit in the 2028 election. I think that could be the catalyst for real change. That's what we got to push towards and work towards. That's an excellent two-part mission right there. Thank you, Ted. I appreciate it. I'm trying, man. I could be doing better. I could be trying harder, but I am trying. So I'm putting in like 85%. Eric Doherty, Chief Content Officer, Right Line News, Florida Voice News. Look at this propaganda. And it's just, all right, we gotta just stay focused because it's just endless propaganda about how awesome the war is. But we're looking for specific coverage. And look, they worship Fetterman now. The stroke victim Frankenstein golem. They worship it. And look at this. Look, just how low IQ do you have to be for this to work on you? Holy crap! Holy crap! Senator John Fetterman just called out his own party for rampant Trump derangement syndrome. He's realizing just how bad it is. As a Democrat, they're just afraid to agree with Trump on anything at this point. And it's like literally, I want to do retard voice, but I don't want to be mean, okay? Because I'm not actually making fun of people that have disabilities and stuff. And I do think that crosses the line. Saying retard is fine. That's fine because we're not talking about people that are actually disabled. I don't want to do a disabled person voice anymore. I think it's cruel. Not going to do it. That's why, traditionally, when people do a voice to like mock someone for being dumb, if they're from the North, they'll do a Southern accent. So what I've started to do, because I think it's fun, is when I'm retarded, I sound like them, he's a real man, he's a tough guy. I start doing like a super fake, obviously exaggerated, like New York or Jersey accent. So I'll just read it like that. And then now I'm going to agree with it. I'm always going to pick my country over my body. My country is Israel. That's the part he doesn't say, but of course we know it's true. And I'm always going to acknowledge when good things happen. Good things that support the state of Israel. When he was out in a stroke, when he had a coma or whatever, did like the devil Netanyahu appear and like possess his body? Like what? Hey, the country's a fucking cartoon. The country is cartoon bad and not to be taken seriously. These people are not to be taken seriously. They couldn't get elected dog catcher. And then now I'm going to agree with it. They say now we won't grieve that the Ayatollah is gone. So, when someone did that and made sure that was possible, why can't we as a Democrat just say, hey, I think it's a good thing. I think the world is safer. Oh, you think the world's safer? We killed, a large portion of the Muslim population's pope. You think that makes the world safer? You think that leads to less terrorism, you fucking retard? We killed the guy who had the fatwa, who had the religious outlaw crime against God decree about nuclear weapons. We killed that guy. Self-fulfilling prophecy. That's what the United States of America does. You have to understand self-fulfilling prophecy. You have to understand the circle, the snake that eats itself, the Ouroboros. That's what we are. That's what we do. And by creating a circle, we exist in a fallacy. More debt, more spending. More debt, more spending. That's the key. That's the key thing that's behind everything. But every other factor, it's a negative or positive feedback loop that just goes over and over and over and over again. And they just resurrect these new golems. There's like, well, we need a new semi-popular politician. Fetterman just had a stroke. Why don't we just put a brain chip at him and run him? All right, I'm getting distracted. I am getting distracted. I need to find the coverage of the of what happened with the okay. No. Man. Okay. So there's more deaths. I think the count now is up to 6 or 7. Lord have mercy. Justin, names released to 2 more American heroes and patriots killed in the Iran conflict that you support because you're a neocon. You didn't put that in the caption. Major Jeffrey R. O'Brien, Iowa. CWO 3, Robert M. Marzon, California. Respect to these men, honor to these men. We pray for their families. I do not mean to disrespect them in any way. They died for the state of Israel. They did not die for American interests. We're going to get into that. I have the clip of Trump admitting it. You know what? I'll just play it now. So look at their faces. Look at the faces of these guys. So it is up to 6 now, confirmed. Look at their faces. Look at the coffins coming home. Ain't that what it's all about, guys? See, that's what that's what this guy supports. Not these honorable gentlemen. And whether he knows it or not, whether he realizes it or not, whether he's dumb or paid off or whatever, or he's just a fake cutout and it's like a Sri Lankan guy that runs this account, I don't know. I don't know how it works. This is what he bought and paid for with his propaganda. This is what he's drumming up support for the American public, or support from the American public for. Look at that. Look at that baby that's not going to have papa. Look at that. She ain't ever going to see her husband anymore. Her husband is a corpse. Her husband's gone. Her husband died for Israel. Every single war we fought in the Middle East, every person that's died, they've died for the state of Israel. We should have never been there. The founding fathers warned of foreign entanglements. This is what foreign entanglements lead to. It's not a war. It's not a war. Shut the fuck up. Look at what you've done with your support. Look at what we've done. We voted for this guy. But at least we voted for this guy. He said he was going to do the opposite of this, okay? He didn't say he was going to do this shit. Remember them. He doesn't. He doesn't care. He is happy to push propaganda. Happy to do it. He loves it. You know, I don't want to ascribe an emotion, so I don't know if he loves it or not, but he's making money off of it. I know he is. It's all based on posting schedule and all of it. I want to find that propaganda. And I got a ton of propaganda. I got a ton of things to get through here. Just bear with me and we'll get into this. All right, we're scrolling down his feed. We're taking a stroll on Eric Doherty's page. Sometimes take a stroll on my page. I am captain of the table. I am the captain. We're going to take a stroll on Eric Doherty's page. Breaking, an overwhelming poll just dropped finding President Trump's MAGA Republican approval rating at 98%. Kim Jong-un would be jealous of that number. Mao Zedong would be jealous of that number. Stalin would probably, that's all right. We need to get that up to 99. You didn't kill enough people. This is insane. Okay, because this is not fucking true. This is straight up not true, okay? Because I talked to about 30 people today at the InfoWars office, and every single one of them, except for a couple, were against this. And the people that were for it didn't work there. Guess who that was? You know what? Like I shook Tommy Robinson's hand. I said, "Hello, Mr. Robinson." I didn't want to talk to him. I did not want to talk to him. He gave me the wet paw. He gave me the wet fish. If you're a man, you know what that means. It's a bad handshake. But is what it is. Is what it is. He went there to spew his propaganda. I spewed my facts. I did what I had to do on the platform. But I guess people believe this shit and buy into it. Holy crap. Okay, here we are. Holy crap. Senator Tim Shealy just took matters into his own hands and personally helped Capitol Police eject a protester who was railing against Trump's Iran strikes. He plays no games. Yeah, he broke that arm for Netanyahu, and I was like, fuck yeah, I'm going to make Twitter AdSense money off this. Well, they're grabbing all over his face. They're like, we're going to do anything we're here. We're going to put our fingers in your eyes. Bitch, you serve Israel, bitch. We're going to take your arm, bitch. That's what they said. They said worse than that with their actions. And people will come at me and they'll be like, Rex is mean. I've seen this online. I consider it to be an honor. They'll say this, and I'll come back to myself for a second. They'll say, Rex is mean. Rex isn't nice. Can you not be so negative? We have an occupied nation, an occupied government, which is supporting the genocide of an entire ethnic group of people over in the Middle East for a theocratic religious war they believe is going to usher in the Antichrist. You're not upset about this? The man who promised to fix all these problems lied about who he was and is now about to command American ground troops? 50,000 U.S. soldiers deployed to the Middle East, my friend shipped out a few days ago. MIGA, MIGA, MIGA. M-I-G-A. I'm not saying the other word. I don't do that. You guys know me. I'm not a fan of slurs. But MIGA is just a definition. It's just a descriptive term for something. Make Israel great again. They're not MAGA, they're MIGA. And that's why I say MIGA, please. Real MIGA roll call. MIGAs bleed for Israel. Because, I mean, that Navy SEAL, he's a real MIGA. You know, he went over there. He probably did, you know, ungodly things. And he came back and he's like, I want to be in the government. I want to serve Israel even when I'm a civilian. I'm going to take arms for Netanyahu at home and abroad. Fuck yeah. I want to do whatever I want. I'll do whatever I want. This is my show. This is my show. I'll do whatever I want. And this is like a reasonable, justifiable crash out. I mean, it's not even a crash out. It makes my fucking blood boil that we have a Congress, a Senate that's like 97% bought off. Like the only guy there is like Thomas Massey or like Ro Khanna that haven't taken APAC money. Don't be upset about the government you have no agency over. Just be normal like us and retweet Nick Swordor and Eric Doherty and talk about how it's awesome. These people have been lobotomized somehow. Something's happened to them. The rational people of the country, the people that are against genocide, death, and the murder of children, we all have to get together. We all have to put all of our disagreements and everything aside. We got to say this. We got to say, listen, we are occupied by a foreign nation that is using us to fight its wars. It is a nuclear power. It has threatened us with the use of nuclear weapons before. They have made us obey. We are their bitch. We are Israel's bitch. And that is just the truth of the world. Netanyahu admits as such. I saw the video of him, which got translated, and he says, like, America is very easy to manipulate. Literally. That's what he says. America is very easy to control. They own us. They own you. They're proud of it. $9 trillion spent on defending them. Tens of thousands of Americans committed suicide because of what they had to do and what they witnessed. That Marine probably knows a lot of those people. Maybe he served with some of those people. Maybe he has nightmares at night. He's not a bloodthirsty, monstrous psychopath like that Navy SEAL guy who's going to take his arm for Bibi Netanyahu. I would take that arm for Netanyahu. I'm going to get my bounty. I'm going to get his bone. Where are we at on this, guys? Where are we at on this? Where are we at on this as a country? Do we 98% support Trump, the dear leader, Sig Heil mein Führer? Or have we had enough of it? You know, I thought I wasn't going to vote. I'm still probably not going to vote. I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore. None of it is legitimate. I'll be voting in state and local elections as I already have in the primary. But as far as state and national elections go, whoever the more anti-Israel candidate is, whoever the more pro-American sovereignty candidate there is, I will support them. And if they're really about that life and they really want to decouple our nations and end the occupation, they must use that language because we're an occupied nation. I will support whoever. I am so done with this shit. So done with it. We've been propagandized to the point that we almost believe that it's normal. And why I'm being so passionate about this is if this goes on for any longer, it's going to be illegal to be against this. We've already seen the videos of the sheriffs that go to the Florida libtard woman's house who just posted something mild. It's literally like a libtard lady with like a gay pride flag. Like, you try to criticize Israel, don't you? You don't know how people could take that remark. She's like, oh, I'm sorry. It's just a post. I have free speech right. And they're like, well, yeah, but yeah, you shouldn't do that. Well, they're sending the Gestapo to people's fucking doors. Okay? We going to tolerate this anymore? We talk about all the great things Trump's doing? Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck him, fuck him, fuck him. I am so sick of this man. I am this cutout puppet for Bibi Netanyahu. I am the peace president. I ended 7 wars. No more wars in the Middle East for neocons. That's a quote. How many times can he lie to you? How many times can promises be made and then promises are broken? How many times can he endorse Lindsey Graham? I think he's done it twice. I think he's endorsed Lindsey twice, the original Never Trumper. Just goes to show you where his priorities are, right? Americans are cattle. They are cattle. They are cattle indeed. Let's see what else I got here. I got tons of stuff for you guys. All right, let's watch the Owen Schroyer reaction. You know what? I need a little voice break. Thank you guys. So I was almost been live for an hour. Just checking the time.
That man is a patriot. That man is fulfilling his duty to this country and his oath. That is a patriot. That is a hero who is continuing to honor his oath. The right wing is going to come out. The MAGA cult, the MAGA tards are going to come out and they're going to say, oh, he's a leftist. He's a liberal. This is a leftist thing. And they're going to turn it into a left-right paradigm thing. So let me get ahead of that right now. I'm going to tell you, MAGA people right now.
Here, sorry, T. Blatt. Just let me know what you mean by this. I don't know what you mean by this. Is it a news story?
These leftists are bigger patriots than you. Yeah, let that sink in. You're frauds. You're phonies. You're not a patriot. You're not an American patriot. You're a Trump loyalist. You're a Trump cult member. That's what you are. So, yeah, you want to sit here and talk about liberals, progressives, Democrats. You think you're the big flag-waving patriot? Then step up for the men and women in uniform and call out this administration that is about to send more of them to die in the Middle East. Call out this president who lied to you about getting involved in the Middle East. You're all fake patriots. You are Trump patriots. You're not American patriots. You're Trump cult patriots. So I can already hear it. Oh, he's liberal. He's leftist protest. Oh, okay. Well, guess what, MAGA? These liberals are now bigger patriots than you. Let that sink in. That's how low you've sunk. That's how pathetic you've become. You are maggots. That's what you are. You're maggots. You're not patriots. That man is more patriotic than you. He might be a liberal, progressive, whatever. He is more patriotic than the entire MAGA movement now. You are not American patriots. You are Trump cult members. The only hope that any of you guys have is that Q is real. That is the only hope. But this is more likely just cosmic karma finally coming back. And now real American patriots on the left and on the right are finally standing up for this country. And the foreign influence and the special interests and the foreign interests that run this country, we're all standing together. And you fake patriots are getting left behind because you're stuck in a cult. When these body bags come home, when these caskets come home with that flag draped over them and those American families crying, it's going to be a real rude awakening. And maybe then, if you have any sense of a soul left, maybe then you'll finally realize what's really happening. Maybe then it'll be real to you and you'll put down this weird, it's like you think it's a movie. It's like you think this whole thing is like a movie or like a sports match or something. It's like an entertainment thing for you. Oh, just wear the hat, wave the flag. It's all fun. It's all games. Maybe if watching a Marine stand up and get his arm broken by a senator isn't enough, maybe when those body bags come home, maybe when the dead Americans in the Middle East again start coming home, maybe then you'll.
And that's the thing that's really so heartbreaking is people are so brainwashed, they will debate semantics with you. I've already seen people say it's only 4 dead or it's only 3 dead or it's only 6 dead. It's not that big a deal. One drop of American blood is far too much to spend on that forsaken graveyard of empires, which is the Middle East, that we should not be in. We should be nowhere near, but we serve Israel. So, of course, we're going to be there. I mean, it's just, it drains me to even think about this stuff. And we're doing a shorter live tonight. Okay, I'm usually live for 2+ hours. I'm always live for 2+ hours. That's the rule every day. I was live earlier today on InfoWars with my dad and Tim Tompkins. If you haven't seen that, it should be on the InfoWars page by now. So you can watch it after. If you do want to watch more of me, I know I want to be at home for you guys until 9:30 every night. Actually, you know what? Oh, I started at 8. I didn't start at 7. Okay. All right. Well, I can't be a pussy. I can't be a pussy. I got to be a good American. I got to get through the news. Charleston White. Okay. I forgot I had some funny stuff in here too, because we got to make light of it. Let's watch the Nick Fuentes, Eliza Schaefer, interesting breakdown.
To me, this is just a picture of America right now, which is you have a U.S. Marine. These are the people that are actually prosecuting the war, actually fighting the war. These are the best of us. These are people that voluntarily give up their life, potentially, risk the ultimate sacrifice for the good of the country. And they're being sent out now into, like you said, yet another ridiculous regime change war in the Middle East for Israel. And that's what the guy says. He says, look, we don't want to die for Israel. Americans don't want to die for Israel. And look at the way that he's being treated, literally dragged out of the chamber by the cops. A U.S. senator jumps into action like you said, like a whore, like a disgusting slut, jumps in the middle of the action, trying to get this guy out of there. They smash his hand in the door. That's the picture of America. That Marine is all of us. He's all the Americans that are saying, we don't want to go along with this. We don't want to die for Israel. We want our freedom and independence and sovereignty back. And this is our security apparatus and our representatives, our politicians, telling us, shut the fuck up and get out. You have no First Amendment. You have no recourse. This is the way the country's going. You know, even in the Senate, what they're trying to do is exercise constitutional restraint on the executive branch. According to the Constitution, you have to ask Congress to go to war. There's no formal declaration of war. There's no authorization of the use of military force. Trump is
And this is an absolutely key point to make, because Trump, numerous times, Trump, 8 hours after the operation started, during that first press tour he gave where he's wearing the white USA hat, he called it a war. He said, and there will be American casualties, or there'll probably be American casualties. I forget the exact quote, but that's what happens at war. I think he said there may be casualties, but that's what happens at war. So we are at war. And again, I talked about it earlier. People want to play the semantic game of, they want to be the Reddit nerd and put on the glasses and do the teeth and push up the glasses and be like, actually, according to the 1973 War Powers Act, the president has the authority for under 60 days to conduct military limited strikes and operations. And you're like, Miga, we don't care. We serve Israel. We've launched the largest bombing campaign in Israel's history. Over 200 planes used. I think they've claimed to hit over 2,000 targets. We killed the Pope. We killed the Muslim Pope. We killed the fucking supreme leader. We are at war. Oh, I want this cedar fever to be gone. It's crazy, dude. Here's the thing. All right. I'm. My personal style, I've been trying to figure out what it is. I just like having fun. I like talking to you guys and just being like, this is what's going on. Like, it's like my diary or my journal or something. The juniper trees have murdered my ass. And I have been trying to stream so hard for the past month. And I was like legit sick or whatever. Tim had like a cold and then I got it, or I may have got it from my sister or whatever. And then that went away and I was using the bad kind of nose spray. So I got addicted to that. I had to take a week off that. It like burned my nose. And then the cedar trees have just been fucking me up. And it's like whenever I go to breathe back through my nose, occasionally I'll dislodge something that I shouldn't dislodge. Not to be gross. I'm a goofy. Okay. I'm being goofy right now. I shouldn't be goofy. But like, it does impede my ability to speak. And I try to be fun and quick for you guys. So I apologize if I ever need to take breaks for buffer. It's just like, I don't know. It's been a really nice winter. It's been a really nice weather, really nice winter. Very mild, but the common cold that I got this year combined with the allergies, really not it. But I don't need to talk about that. That's stupid. Back to the clip.
Instigating the war. Now we're in it. Our elected body is supposed to restrain this action, and Republicans shot it down basically on party lines. And now we're being held hostage by this GOP, which many white people voted in. So it is this feeling of powerlessness. People are getting the shit kicked out of them, figuratively, and in this case now literally, for wanting to put America first. It's a pretty disgusting sight.
Oh my gosh. I'm muted. I'm muted. Oh no. It's always I get in the zone. I get in the zone and then I destroy myself. This is why we have fun. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the table. I am the captain of the table, and sometimes I'm a bad captain. But here's the point I was making. I'll just go ahead and make it again. So me and Tim had a phenomenal time on InfoWars today. We had a phenomenal time on the show. We hosted the end of the third hour with my dad, and then we did the fourth hour by ourselves. We have basically been offered to, do the morning spot, in the future as things evolve and move forward. And I would want to know from our audience, just people listening, maybe you just tuned into me tonight for the first time, or you tuned into me and Tim for the first time. You're on InfoWars, and now you're here now. Would you like to see us in that morning spot? Because like here's what I was talking about into the void when my mic was muted. It's really fun to just be able to come in here in the evenings and kind of let it rip and do news aggregation throughout the day. And then it's fresh in my mind. I get to attack it. Doing the morning show is a huge commitment. And it's a huge commitment to quality. We got to be InfoWars tier. We got to be main show tier. I think we put in a lot of great work on the gray area. I just want to know what the audience has to say, but it's looking up. Things are very positive for the future of the show. Yeah, but would you watch it if I was on there though? This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. And here's the thing: that brand has 32 years of incredible credibility. Okay, like incredible, phenomenal work. Vaccines, Obama, George Bush exposure, and look at the whole Trump psyop. It is what it is, right? But we were all fooled into that, right? And it wasn't ingenuine. So, would you watch me if I was on the network with Tim? Would you do that? Would you do that? Because I want Tim to have a show, a solo show. I want him to do like an hour news blitz because I think he'd be really good at it. They are shutting down, but it's going to be there's going to be a new company, right? They can't make him not work. So Infowars, RIP, off into the void. Like I cried in that office 2 years ago when I thought it would be gone, and now that it's still there, I'm like, why is this place still here? Like we got to move on from this. We're being limited by this zombie operation. This person in a coma that's on life support, and like we have people that want to back us. We're going to have bigger, better studio. We already have a backup studio. Just getting ready for that journey into the great beyond. I think it's going to be phenomenal for them and for us as well. Yeah, what do y'all think? Are we ready for Morning InfoWars? We don't want to push that too hard. That's kind of a sneak peek for the audience here tonight. But we have been preliminarily offered a spot. Stay gray, but I'd watch. Yeah, we're going to do both. And that's the thing is I got like 4 shows that I want to do. I'm live every day and I'm working up to the point to where I'll be ready to go live multiple times a day. Like why not? Right? Like I love this. I'm passionate about it. All I've ever cared about for the 23 years that I've been alive is being aware of the information and following the news. I grew up in a newsroom. This is all I've ever known. And I sell supplements. That's great and phenomenal. I was built to do this. I was bred to do this. I belong in a studio. So welcome to the show. Welcome to the table. Would you like to see us on the Morning InfoWars slot? I would like to hear from you guys. Yes, I'd watch it. Thank you. Thank you, Black Sheep. Great show, Rex and Tim. You guys make a great team. I think so too. And I was really proud of what we were able to do today. I talked to my roommate about it. I talked to Jack about it. And I was like, well, what did you think? What did you think of the appearance? He's like, well, you kind of promoted yourselves a lot. And I was like, well, we had to. We had to promote ourselves a lot. Like the mission is to grow the show and to get more people to watch the main content that we put out. Oh, I just used the word main media that we put out. No content. The C word. Content is bad because this is the thing. I come from an age like when Eric Doherty was probably getting drunk in college and playing beer pong. Okay. I was in the newsroom helping Rob do. Okay. So like I've got a real history and pedigree going back into this. And I see these lemmings out here that they appear and they boost Israel or they boost the American propaganda, just the empire's propaganda in general, the Borg's propaganda, and they just get pushed into the stratosphere. Whereas I know if I do a daily show every day, and if I do the Marquee Show with Tim, and I do other shows as well, just through merit and virtue, and I think I'm correct, I think people are going to come listen to me. And hopefully I can lead to some positive change happening in the country, peaceful protests, liberty, America, 1776 worldwide, the stuff my dad always talked about, the stuff that I believe in as well. So welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. We're going to go ahead and play this Trump clip talking about we had to do it for Israel, which is go figure, right?
Years they've been killing our people and killing people from all over the world. And I think we have great support. And I think if we didn't do it first, they would have done it to Israel and give us a shot if that was possible. Years they've been killing our people and killing people from all over the world, and I think we have great support. And I think if we didn't do it first, they would have done it to Israel and give us a shot if that was possible.
So if we hadn't done it, they would have done it first to Israel. So we have to help with Israel's initial bombing campaign, starting the war just the second time they started the war, 12-day war, they initiated this, they initiated. Wow. That's what we all voted for, right? That is what we all voted for. And Black Sheep says, I spam your vids on other people's stuff. I got you. No shame. I love you, man. Seriously. Black Sheep, Black Sheep, Black Sheep. You are freaking awesome. Thank you for doing that. Absolutely. Just like that's all I could ever ask or hope for from the bottom of my heart. Just man to man, human to human. Thank you so much for doing that. Really means a lot. Thank you for that. Thank you for that indeed. We'll probably be on with Harrison Monday. Yeah, we'll be on with Harrison Monday. It'll be my usual slot, but it'll be both of us. Maybe we'll do 2 hours instead of 1. I'll talk to him about it. I'm not sure what he wants. Ultimately, it's up to him. But every other Monday, do a spot on Harrison. So me and Tim are going to be doing it. Going to be doing a tag team. Yeah. Yeah, indeed. Yeah, indeed. All right, we'll go to the next clip. Oh, the real Secretary of State. Look how he looks like a bloodthirsty shark, like a Greenland shark. You know what a Greenland shark is? It's like the shark that like lives to be like 800 years old or whatever, and it never dies, but it's blind because like a parasite gets on its eye when it's like 30, and then it can't see, but it's still got like the electrical nodes, so it's able to swim through the swamp water or the Arctic water. It's able to find the Arctic creatures to feed on, and that's what Lindsay is. He's an 800-year-old predator. He's a servant of the demon of war itself. Lindsey Graham.
This is a religious war. Who wins it at the end of the day? Do the radical Islamic terrorists who want to kill all the Jews because God told them to? Who want to kill me because I'm an infidel? Who want to purify Islam, to reject moderation and make everybody a jihadist? This is a...
But that's what we do, Lindsay. You see, Sunni and Shia Islam, 80% are Sunni, 20% are Shia. The radical form of Islam that we cooked up in partnership with Saudi Arabian imams, the Takfiri type, the Salafi type, the anthropomorphist type, that's the stuff that Israel's funded. You know what Israel funded? You know what America funded and created? ISIS and Al Qaeda. You know who we put in charge of a country when we topple a country like Syria? We put the head of Al Qaeda in charge. So every accusation is a confession. Everything they say that they're innocent of, that they're happening to them, they're guilty of, and they're doing to other people. And I mean, like, as long as he's got a Ukrainian rent boy to suck off, he will do whatever is possible to make sure the blood flows. I love the blood. I want more blood. I kind of lost the ability to do Lindsay. Oh, I'm doing Lindsay now. Oh, my name's Lady G, Lindsey Graham. I love the blood. I love to play in the blood. They call me a combat lawyer because I play in the blood. Ugh. I'm sick of this MIGA. MIGA. Make Israel great again. I'm sick of this MIGA.
Big deal. I'll deal with Section 230. So what we're facing right now is a moment of decision that will set the course of the future of the Mideast for 1,000 years.
Okay, so we're fighting a 1,000-year biblical apocalypse war on behalf of one nation, and somehow that nation is a secular democracy. And then the nation that has the fatwa, the ban on the nuclear weapon, that is somehow the evil theocracy that must be destroyed at all costs. Yeah, it's the arrogance of it. And that's the thing, is like, he's like, well, we just kill Ayatollah. We do whatever we want. We destroy the country. And it's like, you don't have the ability to do that. We don't have the ability to do that. 30 years ago, we didn't have the ability to do that. 1.5 million Iranians died fighting Saddam Hussein, and we gave Saddam Hussein the precursors to make chemical weapons. And then we turned around after he used them years later and accused him of getting ready to use them again, used it as a pretext to invade. Do you see what we do, what we have wrought in the region? And like, here's the thing. It doesn't take At least I don't think it takes. Maybe we're just all dumb humans, and we really do live off the knowledge of prior generations, especially the people that came before the age of modern technology or the Industrial Revolution, right? So, like, I guess we're all soft and weak and pathetic, and we're ruled by people that only know how to launch the bombs. Damn, pretty harrowing for the state of the nation. I'm about to wrap up, guys. We've went ahead and gone through everything basically. I think we have. Oh, we got fuck yeah, we got the Department of War. Yeah, we got this tough footage. Watch this propaganda tape. And keep in mind, when you watch this, you're watching hundreds of millions of dollars of your money that you paid into it. Instead of going to healthcare, instead of going to a road, instead of going to a school, instead of going to a tax cut so you can keep more of your money, it goes to buy a Hellfire missile because the Hellfire missile is more useful to that state and the region that we serve than an American having a better life. I don't think it has sound. I watched another one that had sound. This one just doesn't have sound. This is just a video of them torpedoing a ship. And they don't rescue the survivors. They let the people drown in the water. It's a fucking war crime. It's one of the many war crimes we've committed, like the ones on Venezuela. We've blown up over 100 boats. We've killed well over 100 people. Look at that. See, that's power. Because we can't be a free nation, but we can launch missiles for another nation. Wow. Man, I bet they got some. Ugh.
Have launched Operation Epic Fury.
The most lethal, most complex, and most precise aerial operation in history.
Yeah, I'm going to get to a T-Blood after I play this video.
Our military in the Middle East is undertaking an unprecedented operation to eliminate Iran's ability to threaten Americans.
We are taking an unprecedented option or action to stop Iran from killing Americans. What Americans were they going to kill? Were they going to kill the Israeli American citizens of Tel Aviv that have been presiding over a genocide and have been having, orgies in massive bathrooms while Palestinians have food and water used as weapons against them? Would those be the Americans that we're serving? Wow.
As they've been doing for nearly half a century. We are also.
Well, that's the thing, dude. And you got to understand, this is like a very low IQ marketing trick. You put music behind anything, it makes it sound much better. So like they're preying on they're preying on the ignorant and the uninformed and the weak-minded with these types of propaganda films.
So sinking the Iranian Navy, the entire Navy.
We didn't start this war, but under President Trump, we are finished.
We didn't start this war, but under President Trump, we're finishing it. We literally we bombed Iran without provocation. Okay, we helped the Israelis launch an invasion, an air invasion, airstrikes on Iran, and then Trump said 8 hours later that we were at war and that there were going to be American casualties. They count on you not to know these things. It's literally just out there in front of you. Yeah, New Yorker, we don't use slurs. Try not to use slurs on the show.
Combat operations continue at this time in full force, and they will continue until all of our objectives are achieved.
We have the objective is to bomb them into the Stone Age and then make them capitulate. It's like the Iranian government surrender. You put in your new ruler. We all sign up to be executed. That's the only thing that Israel or Bibi will accept, and that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. Thank God that's not going to happen. All right. I won't make the claim that I've never said the N word, but I will make the claim that I've never insulted anybody with it. You know, now I feel like you put something in music that's, it's like genie's out of the bottle with that. That's just my personal opinion. That's just my personal opinion. And, you know, I didn't hear that word growing up. So it's not part of my vocabulary. I don't use it. But keep in mind, this is what it's all about. This is what it's all about. It's about the 6 Americans that had died, and it's about Mr. Eric Doherty. Oh, I lost the photo of the new 2 that just died. It's about Mr. Eric Doherty and Mr. Nick Sordor and all these people. It's about them signing off on it. So I think this has been an excellent broadcast tonight. Let me make sure I don't have any slides I forgot to go through. Do you think it's okay to wear a foreign government's military uniform into the legislative branch? He's wearing his IDF uniform because, you know, Rashida Tlaib had her Palestine pin on, so he gets to show up in a foreign nation's uniform. What's wrong with this picture? Notice he also has no legs. I don't know how that happened. What war was that in? Was that when he was fighting for the U.S. or was that when he was fighting for the IDF, probably helping them blow up Palestinians? What's going on here? Okay, I already played all these. All right. Thank you for being here for the show tonight. I appreciate every single one of you guys that tuned in. We really had a good show today on InfoWars. Let's see. Tomorrow is Thursday, so me and Tim will be having Owen stop by for a little bit, probably just 30 or 45 minutes on our stream. But it'll be cool to see what's up. And there's a lot of relevant news that's happening right now. This hadn't happened at the time, or maybe it had just happened and we didn't catch it. At the time that me and Tim were doing the Alex Jones show today, I assume me and Tim will talk about this at length tomorrow. What he thinks of the footage, what he thinks of the situation. We'll have a discussion about it. We'll talk it out. Going to be very fun. You're going to want to be here at 7:30. Keep in mind, every day, every evening, live for you between 7:30 and 8. That's usually when we get started. But the live stream will always be up and available for anyone that needs, any port in a storm, right? That's what they say about, I can't be too gross, but any port in a storm, welcome to the table. I am the captain of the table. Me and Tim are both captains of the table on the Marquee Show. Should you choose to spend your time with us, we'll give you good value. We'll give you good information, maybe give you some laughs and some hijinks in there as well. Welcome to the show. And thank you all for being here tonight. And yeah, everybody, Linda Brown, System Signal, High Council, T-Blood, of course, Alice, Brad, New Groiper, Agent Phil, everybody in the chat tonight, thank you so much for being here. I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you and good night. Do-do-do-do.
Modern life has left us out of balance. Long ago it was once said, certain remedies could grant a man the vitality of a horse. For over 6,000 years, these natural remedies have been harvested and tested by generations. Why create complex formulas when nature's roots are still in our hands? Try Primal Core. Ancient remedies for modern life.